Zor-El is one of the hottest superhero girl characters in all the DC universe. She's smart, she's funny. She has had a whole bunch of different interpretations. This latest interpretation shows her as a 7-year-old who came from Krypton, and there's a lot of repeating of the whole Superman arc thing. Pretty much the only major difference between her and her cousin in this interpretation is that instead of Clark having a best friend growing up, Supergirl has had a sister, and she's brought her, and the sister is with her in her new city. I think it's called National City, which is really weird, because why do you want to put Supergirl in a completely different city when you have all the potential of Metropolis? I mean, couldn't you have at least made it Motor City? Motor City is this big place, big major thing in the comic book universe that if you don't know the story of what happens when Doomsday comes to town, just, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I think she should have been put in Motor City if she wasn't going to be put in Metropolis. So this interpretation, I find it weird that she's a blonde while she's an assistant. The whole glasses thing with Clark made sense because he's a dude and no one really looks a lot at dudes. He can just act all dorky, and plus, if you look at the comics, when Clark is Superman, his hair takes on this bluish shade or bluish reflection. And as Clark, he can just wear contacts. Kara, on the other hand, why is she a blonde in this series? I really hope they can change her hair to be black. I would like to see black-haired Supergirl, secret identity type thing. Kara has had a secret identity in the Supergirl movie. She was called Linda Ling, and she was paired up with Lois's little sister, which was it was a really confusing movie. Well, it wasn't so much confusing, it was more, huh? Why did you make this story? How did this make sense? Why? I know that the actress who played Lois Lane in the original, well, not the original Superman movie, because the 78 mega hit that was Superman wasn't actually the original Superman movie. There's a black and white version where he's protecting a bunch of aliens from normal people who want to kill them for some reason. Hmm. Um, so, 70s, 80s Superman, Supergirl. The actress who played Lois Lane in the 80s had a mental breakdown, so I understand why she wasn't in the Supergirl movie. And I get why Superman wasn't in the Supergirl movie because Clark Kent, well, the way that his movies ended up working, I mean, Superman 4. I mean, Superman 4. I mean, it tried at certain times to be relevant, and I got to see the whole white eye ray things, but nah. If you want to watch it, I would recommend it for a dude, but not for a girl. It's not exactly the most well structured, well story told type thing. It's if you're a comic book lover, you should watch it. If not, I I don't recommend it. I think the actress who played Supergirl, who is an actually a talented actress, she plays Kara's mom in this one, and also Dean Cain from Lois and Clark, the 90s. Not exactly a sitcom, but there's a series made about Superman and Lois's relationship in the 90s, and Dean Cain played Superman. Personally, I prefer the 90s animated version of Clark Kent. Also, the Legion of Superheroes Clark Kent was awesome as well. For Kara, I grew up with the 90s version of Kara, where she had a black haired secret identity, and on the first episode where she shows up, she rips off her clothes in front of Jenny, and then